Howdy, I'm Alexander Waters and welcome to Project Knoxville. Today we're on site at the Sarah Moore Green Magnet Technology Academy where the ground has just been broken at the Sarah Moore Green Greenway. Say that 3 times fast. But today we have a very special guest. We have the County Coordinator for Greenways and Parks, Terry Shuck. Thank you very much for being on the show.
Oh, you're welcome. Glad to be here.
And well, this is literally a groundbreaking experience right now. I believe was it last week on the 8th? I believe
Monday.
They broke ground for this new greenway, and you know, it's great to see that Knoxville's all about their, you know, getting outside and greenways being fit and just beautifying our city. And just thank you for having the vision to keep Knoxville and Knox County beautiful.
Oh, well, thank you. Yeah, this project, when you say Knoxville's vision, this project really is one that came together, and I was telling you about this earlier, between the city of Knoxville, Knox County, and the state of Tennessee partnering together. And there's so many different departments that have been involved, but it's pretty exciting because our Greenway system, which started in 1991, and we already have 50 miles of greenway on the ground between the city and the county, has a lot of different functions at a lot of different locations throughout the county. This greenway at the Sarah Moore Green Elementary School has a pretty unique function, and that one is tying, how do we sit there and really look in terms of making our school properties, this is built on school property, be more accessible to both the community and to get our school's children outdoors and get them increasing their physical fitness. So what we have here is we're building 4/10 of a mile of greenway right on the school property. It's linking to the surrounding sidewalks in the neighborhood. We'll actually have a 6/10 of a mile loop around this school property, and then down at the one corner we're putting in a 1/8 mile actual track that the physical education teachers from the school will be able to bring the kids out, this is at elementary school, and introduce them to actually running the track and doing some timing and that kind of thing. So it's a greenway that will be available to the neighborhood, as all our greenways are, but also one that has a specific purpose for physical education at the schools.
Well, I believe the article was in the News Sentinel this week, and it said that it had Mrs. Moore Green. Just a little background on the namesake for this greenway. She was the first African-American lady to serve on the Knoxville Board of Education, I believe, that's right. And also the first African-American to go to the Republican National Convention from the state of Tennessee. So we're very proud of her, and one of her visions for Knoxville right now is right now there's a staggering 43% obesity rate for children, and this is one of the ways that Knoxville is, one of the initiatives Knoxville is taking to, you know, kind of help that, but also helping the community at the same time. So.
You know, I had a chance to talk to Sarah Moore Green at the groundbreaking
She's
on
97,
Monday.
right?
She's 97 years old. She's an absolutely charming woman. And when I went over and spent a few moments with her, the first thing she said to me is that her whole life has been dedicated to the children, that this is all about the children. And certainly, as you just pointed out, the opportunity to build a greenway in her namesake that will improve the quality of life and health of the neighborhood children at this institution is really quite a contribution and quite a recognition of her dedication to children. So it's very appropriately named.
And you were telling me earlier, it's not just for, you know, the kids who can run the track. This is for all kids, and it's ADA approved, which is...
It's what, basically, we're working with the Tennessee Department of Environment and Conservation through their Recreational Trails Program. And one of the things that the Recreational Trails Program is committed to across the state is making trails accessible. And so, in working with RTP, now they've provided $50,000 worth of funding. Knox County's Air Quality Management team has provided the matching funds.
Okay.
Knox County Parks and Recreation is providing the labor. That's the trucks you hear in the background right now cutting into trails. And the city of Knoxville is providing the engineering. So those are all the partners coming in. When we go back and talk about accessibility, what the state really wanted to make sure that this trail did was to increase the accessibility both for the children walking to school, and that's what the designers of the plan of the Greenway did, but also for ADA accessibility as well. So one of the things that's tied into this project is the city is going to be coming in and improving actually the sidewalks in this area and providing curb cuts to make all the sidewalks accessible to wheelchairs and to meet the requirements of the American Disabilities Act. The other thing that's going to happen here is this is going to provide better access from an ADA standpoint to the front door of the Sarah Moore Green Elementary School.
Oh, good.
So what we're doing is we're actually, like you said, we're bringing the neighborhood in, but we're also increasing just the ability for the variety of people to be able to get to the school property and get to the front door of the property.
And they can get their workout in.
And they can get their workout in.
That's what's, you know, that's also important. You know, I think I might need to use the Greenway just to go on a couple of runs myself. I mean, I'm in college. That freshman year was not good for me. But,
well, you know, I mean, you're pointing out because my daughter's also in college, and I know that the first thing that happens, they go off to school, and these kids have been active, and then maybe they get more sedentary.
A little bit.
They're not. You eat a little bit more, and then you're not out there walking and doing the exercise. But that's really not just happening at the college level today. That's happening all over the place, where there's fewer and fewer places to actually get out and for young people or even anybody to go and just incorporate into their daily lives walking. And so if we can increase the kind of facilities in a neighborhood where children as well as adults can get out and just do a quick walk after dinner, before school, to school, and integrate it into part of their daily routine, that's the way you're really going to see your health improve, and that's the way you're going to see your weight control. And so this is building the kind of facility that makes it convenient to do that kind of thing.
Well, growing up, I gave my chapel talk at Webb about being a fat kid. So maybe if I'd had these opportunities, I wouldn't have had to give that chapel talk. But.
You know, one other thing too, one of the partners on this project, as far as it's early on in conceptualizing it, was the Knox County Health Department.
Okay.
And they actually have done some pre-studies in this area in what are the activity levels, and then they're going to come out and do some studies after the Greenway's built to see, did it actually increase the activity levels, one, of the students at the school, but two, of this community. And so they're hoping through this Greenway and some other studies being done around the community, work with the University of Tennessee as well as, like I said, with the health department, to try to start to document the fact that if we have this kind of facility right in our neighborhoods, you're actually going to see people increase their activity levels. And if they increase their activity levels, they should increase their health, or improve their health.
And one thing you were talking about earlier is that, like you said, that you can go from West Hills Elementary all the way to Windsong. So even if you want to be sedentary for 2.5 hours and go see a movie, you know, you can ride your bike there.
You can ride your bike or walk there right now.
Or if you're a hardcore cross-country runner, you can even run. I mean, and I don't know any elementary schoolers that can run 10 miles, but, you know. Maybe
maybe one day.
Soon enough. Soon enough.
Yeah, this is the way they start. They're not running 10 miles yet, but this is the start for that.
So what's on the horizon for? Is there any new ideas that are coming into play, especially with this city-county relationship that we're building with this new Greenway? Is that you know, trumpeting some more big, you know, ideas from the city or the Parks and Recreation or Parks and Greenways perspective? So.
Well, as a matter of fact, I'll be meeting with Donna Young, the City Greenway Coordinator, later this week, and one of the things we're going to be sitting down and taking a look at, are there any other joint grants that we can be putting in? I don't know, but you know, one of the big things to build these greenways, we need several things. Number one, we need land. In this case, we have the land because we have the school property. Number two, we need the materials and money to buy the materials. And so one of the ways we find that is to write grants. And then the third is actually the work out there to get it done. A lot of times we're contracting for work, other times we're actually doing the work in-house. As we go forward right now, kind of the summertime, I'm learning, this is only my second year in this position, and learning that really this is the time we start to look in terms of what grants do we need to apply for and where's the funding going to be available. And partnerships are a big part of that. And so we're going to be looking to say, what other partnership projects can we do with the city of Knoxville? Now, some of the projects that we'll be doing are just going to be county alone. Some of the projects the city will do will just be city alone, but other ones will be joint. We've got another project right now that's a joint project. I don't know how many people know. There's a Greenway connection that is going down. It's called the Knox Blunt Greenway connection. It was funded several years ago. Well, I guess it was think the final funding came in 2005. We're in the process, it's 2 phases. The first phase, actually, if you've noticed on the Buckcarns Bridge on Pella Highway, there's already a connection that goes across that from the Nayland Greenway, taking you across. The phase 1 of the project will actually build a greenway that'll take you down the UT Farms property.
Yeah.
It'll bring you down to Marine Park. At Marine Park is when you hit Knox County property. And phase 2 of the project is going to continue down Alcoa Highway, part of it along the right-of-way with the TDOT helping to build it, and the other part of it, another UT property. So again, another one where it's the city, the county, and the state working together.